ते कशें मागीर करप मेंटेन?
डेली रुटीन तुम्ही म्हणजे एक काम करपाचो मनीस म्हणटा
खंय काम जॉब करतली बायलां असतात किंवा इवन घरान काम करता आसतना सुद्दां दिसभर भुरग्यां फाटल्यान रावन तांकां तो टायमूच मेळना. ते कितें पाणी येता आनी कितें आसता दुसरें कितें काम आसता सगळे हेतून ते आपले एक करूंक पावच ना. मागीर ते कशें म्हणून तेंच्यांनी करप मेंटेन?
रेखाबाई ते प्रश्न बरो इंटरेस्टिंग आशिल्लो. म्हाका दिसता पहिला प्रश्न तुमी जाप दियात. सेकंड प्रश्न आय वूड लायक टू एड्रेस दिस इश्यू. सांगा तुम्ही. ताणें विचारलें की भुरगे सकाळचे ब्रेकफास्ट घेवपाक सोदनात. दिस बेसिकली इज अ व्हेरी कॉमन प्रॉब्लेम. So how would you like to address this?
Okay, when we talk in terms of breakfast, sokai burgyank, you don't, even if it's always on the run, they're always on the run, in a hurry to go.
Correct.
So you don't have to always have a full-fledged breakfast, but something that meets the protein and carbohydrate needs. To have a balanced diet, आता carbohydrate, protein, fat, it has to be in a balance. आता एक example जेन्ना भुरगीं दूध घेतात, parents will say हाँ एक कप दूध घेऊन धांवतात 30 कलाक. पण त्या दुधान आता केन्ना you can put maybe a banana or a chiku, any fruit घालूंक जाता, मिक्सरान घालून with sugar like a milkshake. So that way they get the fruit, they get the milk. आता थोडे पारी कितें जाता, fruit घालूंक जाता, थोडे बदाम कितें घालूंक जाता तेतून mix करून मिक्सरान, that food, all those calories they get. Or if not, maybe you can make it like a form of like a ragi porridge. Any ragi with milk, again that's very fast. They just take a cup of milk with a tablespoon of ragi and some jaggery. ते आमचे सत्व कशे करतात तशे तिजान करपाक जाता. नाल्या oats, नाल्या बेश्टे cornflakes, नाल्या wheat flakes दुधान घालून बेगीन तांकां घेवपाक जाता. So it's not like any time consuming breakfast.
बरोबर.
Or the दुसरे जे ऑप्शन आसा ते पोहा, उपमा, तशे इडली, डोसा, only thing those take a little bit of more time.
बरोबर. आणि दुसरं ताणें एक तुम्ही एक अतिशय प्रश्न विचारलो की हे जे रेग्युलर इंटरवलान घेवप ते सदांच शक्य जायना. बट आय थिंक इट इज मोर ऑफ अ लायफस्टायल. तुम्ही स्वता खातीर एक सवय करून घेवपाक जाय की आपण अमक्या टायमाक जर ब्रेकफास्ट घेतला 8 जाल्यार 10 म्हणसर इट इज नॉट दॅट तुम्ही सामकेच एकदम कामान वगैरे आसा तुका कांयच घेवपाक मेळना. बाकीचे लोक कितले बाकीचे हेवटेन तेवढे एक्टिविटी करतात थोडेशे आणि ते खातीर खूप खायत बसपाची गरज ना. इट इज जस्ट लायक यू कॅन काम करता तुम्ही एक बिस्कीट किंवा एखादो टोस्ट खावं शकता किंवा हेच ताणी जशें निनाबाईन सांगला एखादें फ्रूट खावं शकता, गाजर खावं शकता. सो यू हॅव टू एडजस्ट युअर सेल्फ बिकॉज हे इम्पॉर्टंट आसा. आनी इफ यू वॉन्ट टू लिव अ व्हेरी हेल्दी अँड नॉर्मल लायफ दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. सो फर्स्ट यू हॅव टू हॅव अ मायंड सेट दॅट ओके आय एम गोइंग टू फॉलो दीस. म्हाका टायमूच ना अशें म्हणून कशें जातलें की यू विल हॅव टू समथींग फॉलो फॉर युअर सेल्फ. आणि तुमी सांगला त्या प्रमाणे एक म्हणजे भुरग्यांची आवड लक्षांत दवरून जर तुम्ही तांचो जर मेनू मातसो जर प्रयत्नशील हे करत म्हाका दिसता थोडोसो कॅल्क्युलेशन अशें आसपाक रादर दॅन गोईंग फॉर द क्वांटिटी म्हणजे इतके खाला हाच्या पेक्षा अ स्मॉल एडिक्वेट कॅलरीज. आणि तांचे सांगलें की थोडेशे बदाम घालून किंवा एखाद्या भुरग्यांक तांती आवडटा किंवा ऑमलेट आवडटा किंवा तांकां बॉयल्ड एग आवडटा. सो यू हॅव टू जस्ट दीज आर ऑल लिटल म्हणजे इट इज मोर ऑफ अ टेलर मेड एवरीथिंग हॅव टू बी एडजस्टेड. म्हाका दिसता आमकां एक फुडलो प्रश्न आयल्लो आसा. हॅलो
हॅलो डॉक्टर.
या
तालिगांव सोनल
विचार.
100 kgs weight डॉक्टर माझं 40 age.
100 kg?
100 kg, so 100.7.
Yeah. And what is your म्हणजे प्रोफेशन किती करता?
Profession housewife, doctor.
I think she really requires a good dietitian like you.
Definitely she can lose weight very, very easily, but for that I need to know what she is eating through the day, morning to night. I need to know her calorie consumption, her height, weight, and I need to know what is her physical activity. Yeah. Because how much she's consuming and how much she's burning is very important.
Yeah.
So based,
in terms of burning, I think I don't burn much because I just do the cooking part of and then I'm 5.5.
Okay.
And in the morning, first thing with the kids, I have my breakfast at around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
And then 1:30 directly I have my lunch. Or sometimes I skip my lunch. Instead of rice, I have bread and vegetables sometimes.
Okay.
And then again tea at around 4:35.
Okay.
And night 11 o'clock bread and chicken or vegetables.
Okay. Because your case is a very, very clear case which she can easily lose weight, but I can just figure out all the little points of mistake. Yes, very, very much. One thing is skipping meals. Many times you think, we don't have lunch, we don't have dinner. Instead of losing 2 kgs, you'll put on 4 kgs. That is one important aspect. Okay, so breakfast if you have at 7, that's fine. You need to have something again at around 10:30, 11. Now, even if you're a housewife, or even if you're on a busy schedule, I think to make time to have a small little fruit, to make time to have 5-6 almonds almonds, I don't think it's so difficult.
Correct.
Then lunch, she has to have lunch, but a small lunch. Now when we look in terms of bread, that is again a contradictory question, because many people talk in terms of wheat bread. Now we tell people, when we usually recommend on weight loss, we recommend chapatis as the first option, because at least you know it is pure wheat.
Correct.
Now when we look in terms of bread, that is wheat bread, which ideally, we've spoken to so many people, even the bakeries themselves accept that it is not pure wheat, but it is mainly caramelized sugar that they put, and it's brown bread. Or the next option, आमचे जे पोई मेवतात, केन्ना लोक म्हणटा आमी डायबेटिक ब्रेड खातात, आमचे पोई खातात, पण पोईन कितें आसता, वयले ते कुणो घालतात, भितरले मैदाच आसता. So when you look in terms of weight loss, again, it is a type of food aning fibrous, high fiber food aning adik barak patta. That would be your chapatis, or maybe your the whole your whole grain rice, which is very important. So she has her lunch. Evening she can have her tea. Now from tea, what is happening is directly she's having dinner at 11 o'clock. Now again, the metabolic, why we say small meals, regular intervals, आता आमचे BMR असता. BMR म्हणजे कितें? It's basal metabolic rate. It tells us at what particular rate our body burns calories at rest. आता आम्ही जेन्ना बसता, आम्ही जेन्ना चलतात, we are all burning calories, but at different intervals. Now for people who are on the obese side, who want to reduce, they mainly have a low BMR. आणि आमका त्यांचे BMR वाडोवपाक जाय. Okay. Now what to increase that BMR, there are two options. One thing is eating regularly, very important, and the next thing is exercise.
Burning calories.
Okay, burning calories. So that is important. So once you have your tea in the evening, at least now if you're having your breakfast at 7 in the morning, you need to have your dinner latest by at least 9 at night. I'm not saying at 7 at night, but by 9:30 at least you should be done with your dinner. And that could be again either your chapatis with some bhaji, or again depends on whether if you're having non-vegetarian foods, your chapatis with fish or chicken and vegetable. So the only thing is her dinner is happening very late. So your metabolic rate, jannami muntat, it's highest in the morning, lowest at night. So in the morning your body can take it in, but at night any excess gets converted to fat. And what is happening in her case is she's not eating through the day. Suddenly that excess at night is getting converted to fat. Another important thing is when they say we keep long gaps, it takes at least 10 to 15 minutes for our brain to realize we are full. आम्ही कितें करतात, 6-7 वरांक कांय जोयनान, मागीर जेवतकच we overeat, and then we realize आता पोट भरले. Okay, then we realize we are over full. So if you have regular meals, your body takes it, it breaks it down. It takes it, it breaks it down. It's not going to store it as fat.
माहिती तुम्ही बरीच हेल्पर आणि सुंदर जाप दिले. आय एम शुअर द पर्सन लाईक हू इज ऑलरेडी 100 kg कॅन शुअरली reduce weight. And if I'm not mistaken, even there is some calculation that if you height in inches, minus plus or minus 5 inches, that gives you approximately weight.
Okay, now to know your ideal body weight, it is your height in centimeters minus 100 for males, your height in centimeters minus 105 for females.
Correct. मगच आमकां एक फुडलो प्रश्न आयला आसा. हॅलो या
डॉक्टर, हांव उल्हास उलयतां म्हापशेच्यान.
उल्हास बाब विचार.
डॉक्टर, माझी भयण आसा, तिचे ऑलमोस्ट वेट 38 सुमार आसा, 38 kgs, आणि शी इज अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 25 वर्साची आहा ते. तेका डॉक्टर वेट वाडोवपाक जाय आसली, आणि इतको वगत तुम्ही जे कॉन्वर्सेशन केला ते वेट देवोवपाचे, आता वेट वाडोवपाची कशी?
ना बाब, तुम्ही सारखे लक्ष देऊन ऐकून, आम्ही सुरुवातीक मध्ये कन्वर्सेशन हे आशिल्लें की वेट वाडोवपाचे कितें उपाय, आणि तांणी स्पेसिफिकली सांगले वेट वाडोवपाक सुद्दां जाय जाल्यार रेग्युलर इंटरवलान खावपाचे हे इम्पॉर्टंट. त्याच बरोबर क्वॉलिटी फूड, जशें तांणी सांगले की ताती प्रोटीन रिच, म्हणजे जातून ताती आसा, तांतयाचे वायट आसा, किंवा जर तुम्ही व्हेजिटेबल्स घेतले जाल्यार पनीर आसा किंवा बाकीची सोया आसा. हे ऑलरेडी वी हॅव ॲड्रेस दिस इश्यू. म्हणजे असं म्हणजे म्हाका तुम्ही मातसो खंय तरी मातशें हेवटेन तेवटेन जालें आसतलें, पण दिस ऑल्सो इश्यू हॅज बीन ॲड्रेस. आणि द सेम थिंग वॉट यू हॅव सेड.
इट्स व्हेरी सिमिलर.
एनीथिंग यू वूड लायक टू ॲड?
ओके, फॉर दॅट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आम्ही खूप केसेस आयले असे आमकां पास्टान, विच वी 38 kgs, बट वी नीड डेफिनेटली, शी इज नॉट eating as much as she needs to eat. She depends on her height, weight, I mean her height also, what is her ideal body weight, but then she needs to eat regularly every 2 to 3 hours, and she needs to eat adequate good quality foods.
Correct. आणि दुसरे म्हणजे तुम्ही सांगला त्याप्रमाणे it should be fit. She should be more fit than whether slim or fat.
So if she's 38 kgs but she's as fit, she can run and she's as fit as ever. I don't think it's something to worry.
Sir, okay. So मग सांगू एक फुडलो प्रश्न आयलो आसा.
Hello, doctor.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Sankhli, Rita Disa.
Rita Disa, why which are?
Doctor, I'm a vegetarian, and my iron, my hemoglobin is about 10, normally 9.5 or 10.
Yeah.
So like being a vegetarian, I would like to ask doctor, I mean this dietitian, that
what are the iron-rich foods I can have?
Yes.
Okay, this is a very good question. Now, iron-rich foods, when we talk of, your green leafy vegetables are a very rich source of iron.
Okay.
Your nuts, almonds, walnuts are a very good source of iron. Now, there's another thing called garden cress seeds, which is very good for vegetarians, because those who are non-veg, they get their iron from fish, chicken, egg, all of that. But those who are vegetarian, आमचे garden cress seed, तेका कोंकणीन आमी तुथमिऱ्या म्हणटात. Okay, tuthmiria, it's very very rich in iron. 100 grams of these give you 100 milligrams of iron.
I see.
Okay, so for those who have a very low hemoglobin, तेंका कितें करपाक जाय, they have to take 1 tablespoon of this tuthmiria, put it in a glass of water, or for those who are not looking in terms of weight, put it in a glass of milk, let it remain for around half an hour to bloat, and then drink it up. Okay, these are very rich source. Now again, the quantity of tuthmiria, all that would depend on the hemoglobin levels, all that would depend on the height, weight, again in what form of consumption, it would have to be planned according to person to person.
But at least
in
1
general,
teaspoon is...
But 1 tablespoon is perfectly fine in a day.
अच्छा, मग सर तुम्ही बरीच मोलादीक माहिती दिली. हाचे पलीकडे त्यांच्या गरज आसा आयनचे टॅबलेट्स घेवं येता, आणि एज पर द नीड, बट शी वॉज व्हेरी पर्टिक्युलर अबाउट द डायट, सो आय थिंक यू एड्रेस दिस इश्यू व्हेरी वेल. बरेचसे प्रश्न, खूप रंजक प्रश्न, त्याच्यापेक्षा मोलादीक आणि इंटरेस्टिंग माहिती. इनफॅक्ट आय शुड रियली थँक यू फॉर अ वंडरफुल दिस. एक वता वता एक साधासा प्रश्न विचार. खूप फावटी मदींच एक क्रेज असता की झिरो फिगर. बेसिकली आय डोंट नो वॉट यू मीन बाय झिरो फिगर. म्हाका दिसता करिना कपुराचें आसा, म्हणजे आय थिंक सो. म्हाका सांग एक्झॅक्टली वॉट यू मीन बाय झिरो फिगर अँड हाऊ टू अटेन, अँड वेदर इट इज इम्पॉर्टंट टू अटेन झिरो फिगर ऑर यू कॅन डू विथ युअर नॉर्मल फिगर्स.
Okay, at the size 0 jenna mi म्हणतात, that was a big phase of Kareena Kapoor. But I don't think you have to be size 0 to be healthy.
But what is size 0?
But size 0 is basically somebody who has a proper, I mean, like you were talking about your 26, your whole waist hip ratio, all of that. But I mean, there's nothing specifically. It's just somebody who's slim and who has a proper figure. But
because sometimes we cannot make out whether somebody is size 0 or minus size. That's what can happen.
Because I think at least in today's, that whole phase is kind of gone off. It's not nothing of size 0. It's suddenly there was size 1 and size 2 that came. But I think the main thing is your height, your weight. If for those, once you know your height in centimeters, convert it, so -100 for males, -105 for females, you would know your ideal body weight. Again, don't specifically look. Now somebody who's sometimes 65 years old comes and says, okay, 50 is my ideal body weight, but I am 65. Now age is also very very important, so it would depend on age as well. But in ideal, the main thing is being fit, like I said, is if you're feeling healthy, you're comfortable with that weight, I think there's no issues.
Thank you very much. नीनाबाई, तुम्ही खूप मोलादीक, इंटरेस्टिंग आणि इतकी चिअरफुल माहिती दिली. म्हाका दिसता सगळ्या आमचे जे पळोवपी आसा तांकां आवडलं आसतलो आमची आयची खाशेली कार्यावळ, because this was little away from our, drifting little away from all the doctors and all the diseases every time. So it is more of a diet concern, आणि म्हाका दिसता बरीच मोलादीक माहिती तुम्ही दिली. कार्यावळ आयची महत्वाची आशिल्ली आणि आताची स्पेशल अनाउन्समेंट इतकीच महत्वाची आसा. आता रोखडेच असेंब्ली सेशन सुरू जावपाचें आसा, तेन्ना आमी मेळटले 15 ऑगस्टाक सारके, म्हणजे स्वतंत्र दिसा निमतान. तो म्हणसर आमकां थोडेशे म्हणजे प्रुडंट मिडियाची ही जी हॅलो दोतोर कार्यावळ आसा ती थोडे दीस आमी तुमचे कडसून रजा घेतात. परतून मेळया 15 ऑगस्टाक. तो म्हणसर आमकां तुमी निरोप दियात, आणि तो म्हणसर सगळे लिव हेल्दी, fit and fine. Anything else you would like to add?
Yes, definitely follow a well balanced diet, do your proper physical activity. I think those who've crossed 40 get your regular health checkups done, so you know you're on the right track. And last but not the least, lead a stress free life and be happy.
Very good. People like you can definitely make the change and make the life more stress free. With this anecdote, thank you very much. नीनाबाई, परतून असेच मिळूया केन्ना तरी ह्याच कार्यावळीत. तुमकां सगळ्यांक काळजांसान देव बरें करूं.